So the reason that prison helped me so much is because prison is an extremely adverse place. And some people, a lot of people, need adversity to become who they're going to become. I've seen people who were able to prosper without much adversity. But for people like myself and a lot of you guys that are watching, we need adversity because sometimes, you know, being a kind of outlandish, outrageous kind of person will make you think that everything is a game. And when adversity happens, it keeps you honest. You're unable to still pretend like everything is a game, and because it's too real. It's too real. You can't fake it's too real. There's no way to fake anything, right? Because you have to actually deal with what's going on. So adversity, it does a lot for people, right? One, it teaches you about yourself. You will surprise yourself with the things you are able to think, feel, do, even say when in adverse situations. And I mean that either way, right? Like, you could surprise yourself by balling up into a ball like a coward and, you know, just hoping for the best and crying. Or you can surprise yourself that you will be able to deal with such adverse things with so much courage because you didn't know you had that in you. Now, how in the hell would you know that you had something like that in you if you never had adversity, right? So, you know, people like to brand it as a bad thing, maybe on purpose, so that people can avoid it. You absolutely need adversity to become the best version of you. There's no way you can be the best version of you while being a harmless, weak person that doesn't even know what they're capable of. So, you know, thank God for adversity because you can learn about yourself. And not only can you learn about yourself, frankly, you can learn about others. And you can learn about life. And you can learn about the world, which later on in life, you'll probably find out that the world is just you. And I know that, you know, that's a different video. But the world is you pushed out, but that's a different video. Back to the topic at hand. So that's why adversity is good. Now, prison is an adverse place already, alone. But there's also things in the prison that are guaranteed to happen that are even more adverse than just being there. So let's start with the basics. The things that you take for granted out here are cherished in the prison and hoped for and prayed for, right? So out here, everybody that's been to prison understands what I'm about to say right now. Living on the outside can definitely make you comfortable, too comfortable. And when you're that comfortable, you start to think that all these things are just a given. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, hey, you got a sweet tooth. You want to go to 7-Eleven and get you a little Debbie cake. But that's nothing to most people. Like, hey, I'll go get me a little Debbie. Well, in prison, while being locked in a bathroom, essentially, night after night after night after night after night after night after night, you know, I could keep going. For years, you cannot get up and go get a little Debbie cake from 7-Eleven. You may want to go visit your girlfriend. You get in the mood. You want to go visit your girlfriend. No. Night after night after night after night. Right? So the small little things that people on the outside take for granted are privileges and, you know, just things that we just hope can happen in prison. So what that does for you is that it makes you understand how real shit is. Like, this shit is not a game. This shit is not, you know, lollipops and cupcakes and shit. Like, this shit is real. This shit is iron bars and cement and gates and locks and, you know, all types of restriction, and this is misery, bro, and this is hell, bro, and there's no feminine energy in here. It's just all testosterone and metal, and you know what I mean? So you just understand how real things are. And then when you go into the violence, you know, everybody's not able to deal with violence. You know, most people, you know, humans are adaptable. Most people get in their own way. So most of us, we adapt to violence, whether we like it or not. And I'm somebody that never has liked violence, regardless of what my record may say. I've never been a fan of violence. I don't even like confrontation, regardless of what my record may say. Right? I don't like it. It's just that sometimes when things happen and you can't see another way out, you just got to handle business. You're either going to handle business or become the business that gets handled. So make the decision you think is best, right? But so when you see all these things and it sits on you and it piles up and it you know, it just helps you to see that shit is not as sweet as you once thought that it was. Now, then the struggle becomes, don't let it overtake you. You know how they say, there's a cliche saying, do the time, don't let the time do you. That's real. That's real. The time does a lot of people. A lot of people come up with new drug habits and new weird, effed up coping mechanisms, right? And then some people come out sharper than ever. I know y'all seen that a lot. You know, maybe we're institutionalized. Maybe we're a little fucked up. But a lot of people come out sharper than ever and, you know, just thinking differently, and then they succeed because of all that adversity, man. And they took it the right way, and they, you know, took it in stride and handled things, and, you know, try to, you know, stay clear, and, you know, just hey, you got to get it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to keep it together, and you got to, or it's going to tear you up. So, and then you also learn, man, that when people are lying to you, whether it's the media, whether it's your family, friends, girlfriend, then a lot of times you can spot it a lot better, because you just understand the levels that people will go to, even if you never knew them before. Just you understand the depths that people will go to deceive a person, man. And you just, you know, you start to learn. So you're not fooled when you get out here by all the media propaganda. You're not fooled by, you know, just anybody's propaganda. You know, if you're smart, you coming out here understanding your toolbox is here and here, and you're using your imagination as your main tool to create a better environment, a better circumstance, but also a better inner environment and inner circumstance. I'm gonna keep this kind of short because I'll just be talking forever. With love and respect, Rakim, not them, I'm out. Peace. Let me know, by the way, let me know the types of videos when you guys watch my videos. Let me know if you want more of that type of video or more of XYZ type of video. Just let me know. Peace.